Hello, this video is to help you out with our speaking warm-up, which we'll do on every speaking day. The speaking warm-up is just an opportunity for you at the beginning of the class to speak. It's a speaking and listening class, so it's very important that you actually have some time, especially at the beginning of your class, to be able to speak. So, to do the speaking warm-up, there are some rules I'd like you to follow. The reason for these rules is this speaking warm-up is not exactly like how you would speak in the street or just with a friend or an acquaintance. The speaking warm-up is geared to help you use vocabulary that you normally wouldn't, go into more details. It's a place that offers you a place to be able to use the vocabulary that you're learning. So, as you can see up here, the speaker rules, there's 4 of them. These are 4 things that I want you to think about when you're doing your speaking warm-up. As the speaker, the first thing I want you to think about is, number 1, speak in complete sentences. So I know often when we're speaking just to friends or family, it's not necessarily to speak in complete sentences. For this warm-up, I'd like you to speak in complete sentences. In addition, please go very slowly. While we're speaking for the warm-up, I want you to use the best English that you can do. I want you to really push yourself. That means you're going to have to go slower than normal to be able to remember certain vocabulary words and basically do the best you can do. So please go slowly and speak in complete sentences. Number 2, this is maybe the most important one. I want you to give as many details as possible. So what this means is give a lot of stories, examples, and I want you to answer the question who, what, where, why, and when. These speaking warm-ups are going to be timed, and you'll have 2 to 3, possibly even 4 minutes where you're speaking alone. That's kind of a long time to speak alone. So if you are not going into details, you'll be finished very quickly. And the idea behind the speaking warm-up is not to finish until the time is finished. So let me give you an example of giving details. If I ask you to tell me about your favorite vacation, and you say, well, I went to Italy, and it was really nice. The food was really good, and I had fun. And you answered the question. You told us about it, but it was very vague and general. And what I'm asking you to do is give very specific details. Who exactly did you go with? Talk about them a little bit. What did you do? What was your favorite part? Go into depth about what you did. Think about sounds, smells, tastes, sights. Be detailed in what you did, why you went there, when you went there. All of these things be as detailed as possible. Again, this is not necessarily the most natural way that we would speak, but when we're practicing speaking, this is a very useful way to give yourself opportunities to speak and to give yourself opportunities to use vocabulary you typically wouldn't do when you speak very generally. Third thing, to the best of your ability, try to speak with simple, correct grammar. That means just like the verb tense. If you're speaking about the past, please speak using past tense verbs. Think about articles an, and the. Often those get omitted when you are speaking. Try to really use those. And remembering the correct simple grammar goes hand in hand with speaking slowly again. Go slow, complete sentences, using the best grammar you can use. We often get into a lot of habits as we speak, as we learn a new language. This speaking warm-up is designed or is intended to help you break bad habits. If you're speaking very quickly and not going slow and thinking about what you're saying, you're going to fall back into old habits. So please go slow. And the final thing, try to use the best pronunciation that you can. So those are the 4 things I want you to think about as you are doing your speaking warm-up. I realize this is a lot of information to think about, and this is something that you'll actually get better with as the semester goes on if you do this seriously. I suggest that you also practice this at home when you're practice speaking, giving many details, with the details going very deep, not very shallow details. Okay, so that's basically it. That's how we do our speaking warm-up. So please complete sentences, many details. This is the most important part. Simple grammar and pronunciation. All right, thank you very much.